Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. My name is Cheryl, and today I'm here to bring you the Booktube Newbie 2.0 tag. I could be wrong, but I think this is a tag for people who aren't exactly new to Booktube, but who haven't been on for a long time, and it's just kind of a redoing of the original Booktube Newbie tag. So I could be wrong, but that's what I'm gonna say it's about, and I will leave the original link down below. I saw this video on Brews and Reviews channel, but they kind of did an ambiguous everyone is tagged kind of thing, which I have been known to do myself, and I feel like I'm one of the last people to do this tag because it made its rounds on Booktube already. So I'm gonna do it, and let's just get to it. Question number 1 is, what genre do you want to see talked about more on Booktube? And the thing is, I don't like it when people say, oh, Booktube is it's only contemporaries, it's only YA fantasy. And the thing is, that's not true. It really depends on who you follow. Yes, the big booktubers tend to talk about the same books, but this is the thing, don't just follow big booktubers. If you want historical fiction to be talked about more on Booktube, there are plenty of people who talk about that. If you want just romance books to be talked about more, there are people who talk about those. So it kind of frustrates me when people are like, there needs to be more of this genre talked about on Booktube. I'm like, you need to seek out booktubers who talk about the genre. That being said, of the people I follow, I don't see very many people talk just about sci-fi that I follow, but like I said, if I want more sci-fi books, I probably just have to seek out sci-fi booktubers. I know they exist. Question number 2 is, what do you think is the best way to make friends on Booktube? It's just to interact with people. Now, it's really hard to do that when you first start because you're just immediately like, oh my god, what is this person gonna think? I've commented on their video, did I make a fool of myself? Oh my gosh, they probably hate me. Oh my gosh, I just embarrassed myself. Basically the same kind of thoughts you have when you interact with a person in real life, if you're me at least, because I don't do well with human interaction. But the thing is, especially if you're talking to new booktubers, there's a good chance they're feeling the exact same way. So just talk to people, interact. When you're leaving a comment on someone's video, do your best to leave a comment that shows the YouTuber or the person that you watched their video. Don't just be like, hi, my name is blah blah blah, I'm also a booktuber, it'd be nice if you watch my videos, bye. Or just, hi, good video. Now I'm guilty of just leaving good video sometimes, or great video, but that's usually if I don't really have anything to comment on, and if I've commented and interacted with that person before so they know I actually watch their videos and not just someone new. But if you want to make friends, watch someone's video, comment on something they said, be like, oh yeah, I love this book too, I actually just posted a review of it myself. You can kind of promote yourself that way, but in a way that's still conversational. And if you are on Twitter or Instagram, interact there too, tag people in things, talk to each other, comment on the things people say, because it shows the person you're commenting on their thing that you actually kind of care about them. So yeah, I think the biggest thing is just don't expect people to find you and interact with you if you are not also doing the same thing. So comment on people's videos, watch them, like them, share them, comment and interact on Twitter if you're on Twitter. There's a lot of ways to make friends. You just need to kind of put yourself out there, which, don't get me wrong, I know is terrifying at first, but that's the way to do it. Question number 3 is, what do you enjoy most about making YouTube videos? And for me, it's the fact that I can sit here and just rant and rave sometimes, or just chat about books, which is the most basic and obvious thing, I guess. But I don't have anyone in my immediate life who I can really just fangirl with about books and be like, oh my god, did you read this book? Oh my god, it was crazy. Oh my god, I love this book. Or that I can sit here and rant to, this book was terrible, these are the reasons why. But I have that here, and I guess in the general YouTube making thing, the fact that I can interact with you guys, whether or not the people watching my channel are other YouTubers where I can interact on their channel, or just you guys leaving comments. I love getting comments and replying back to them. I try to reply to almost every single comment I get, and I like having conversations going. When people interact with me on Twitter, I love commenting and interacting back. I guess, so if I'm not talking about the overall what I love about Booktube, it's just the interactions I get with people. It is probably my favorite thing about making YouTube videos. Question number 4 is, what is the least favorite thing, or my least favorite thing about making YouTube videos? And that's probably the preparation. Now, if you are also a YouTuber, especially a booktuber who does tags, you'll know what I'm talking about. sitting down, reading all the questions. If I have a little journal, then I'll write the questions out and then I have to think about the answers. Especially if you're bulk filming and you're doing quite a few tag videos back to back, that's a lot of work to try to get unique and interesting answers, but also write them all down and also try to remember them when you're filming, as well as just setting up the camera, setting up wherever you film, getting everything ready to sit down for however long you're going to film, and making sure the lighting is good. I film with almost exclusively natural lighting, and so what really sucks is when you get all of this ready, get all of this prepared, and a huge cloud moves in and all the natural lighting is gone, and I'm just like sitting here like, well, that sucks. Now what I'm gonna do? Yeah, just kind of the preparation and all the work that goes into behind the scenes of getting ready for videos, especially tag videos. What other videos besides tags, TBRs, recommendations, wrap-ups, that kind of thing do you want to see more of on BookTube? For me, it's discussions. Whether or not they're like hard-hitting topics, like I recently did a video on whether or not there should be sex in books, in YA books, or I don't know, just very simple topics. Having a discussion about books and this genre, or those are my favorite kind of videos to watch. Besides like some of like I like watching tags, but besides like tags and stuff, those are probably my favorite videos to watch because I don't always necessarily agree with what the person's saying, but I like watching people sit down and get their point across and talk about this issue that, and sometimes they're issues that I hadn't even really thought of. So I really like discussions, especially thought-provoking ones. So yeah, I wish more people would do that. But don't get me wrong, there's a lot of work that goes into discussion videos because you have to do some research, and it's not just simple, let me answer some questions. What are some themes you want to see more or less of in books? I guess if I want to see less, and I don't know if this is actually a theme, so I don't know if this counts, but just like tropiness in books. Like, I feel like BookTube is pretty good about calling out tropes in books, especially popular books, but a lot of authors still put them in there, and so the general tropiness of a lot of YA books, or even not YA, even adult books have the tropiness. It gets a little tiring after a while. What are some of your BookTube goals? Gosh, I have like general bookish goals, and I will link that video down below for 2017, but my overall, like, overarching BookTube goals right now at least is to hit 200 subscribers. I'd like to obviously hit more, but 200 is a very attainable goal. I'm literally like 15 people away from it, which is still just absolutely mind-blowing to me. But, so it's to hit 200 subscribers. I would like to meet some of my BookTube friends in real life. I don't know if that'll ever happen because logistically everyone lives very far away from each other, but that would be pretty cool. And then also to go to some of these book events, book signings, book cons. I see all of these things like plastered all over Twitter and Instagram, and I've always wanted to go to one, and I just have yet to, because one, most of the stuff is nowhere near me and money, and two, I don't know, I'm a very shy person, so it's hard for me to go to that kind of stuff, I guess. What is some advice you would give a booktuber who just created their channel? Consistency is the key, I think. And that's not saying that you have to put out a video every single day or 2 videos every day, because I think after a certain point it does come down to quality over quantity. If you're putting out 5 videos a week, but they're all kind of mediocre quality and you're not really proud of them, people are probably not going to watch all 5 of them. But if you're putting out 1 or 2 videos a week and you're really proud of them and you've put a lot of work into them, people are going to notice. And so I think consistency is key, especially when you're starting out, because the more videos you have out, the more likely it is someone is going to see one of your videos, whether or not it's tagged by someone else, you're recommended by someone else, or it just appears in the recommendation feed on the side of YouTube. Chances are your videos are going to be seen more. And so try to have some sort of consistent upload schedule, even if you don't have a consistent day because your schedule changes so frequently. If you try to get out like 1 video a week, that is my goal. Like, try to stick with that, especially in the beginning, because it gets easier as you make videos. You become more comfortable with the camera, you become more comfortable with interacting with people, you start to have ideas for booktube videos and that kind of stuff. And so that kind of stuff just comes with making videos more consistently. So I think the biggest piece of advice I have, like I said, is just be consistent and persistent. Stick with it. It's hard in the beginning. It's hard even now. Obviously, I just took a 2-month break, but consistency is key with most things in life. What are some qualities and traits you look for in other booktubers? that like you subscribe to or whatever. For me, it's authenticity. That word did not come out right, I don't think. Authenticity. When I'm watching someone, especially someone who I've subscribed to, who I'm dedicating time to, who I'm willing to watch 25-minute videos from, I like them to be authentic. Now, don't get me wrong, especially when you're first starting out, it is kind of difficult to be comfortable in front of a camera. It's difficult to be yourself in front of a camera, to really let your personality shine. I 100% get that. I feel like it's pretty obvious when you're watching someone who you can kind of tell their opinions aren't necessarily their own. They're doing and saying things because they think that's what you want to hear. Both in Booktube and in real life, you can tell when someone's not really genuine. And so when I'm watching someone, I like someone who isn't afraid to be themselves in front of camera, whether that means they're silly or not. Like, when I'm watching someone, I want to know that if I was to meet them in real life and I was to talk to them in real life, they wouldn't be that different than the personality they put on the internet. And so I like people who are authentic, both in real life and on Booktube, but especially on YouTube, because I don't want to sit there for 25 minutes listening to someone who I just don't think that they're being true to themselves. What is a fun hobby or activity you have besides Booktube and reading? Recently, as many of you probably already know, I picked up crocheting. I started an Etsy store that is just taking over my life for one of the reasons I have not read much, but it has been so much fun. I absolutely love it. If you are interested in any of my products, I will have my store always linked down below, and I'm thinking, I'm not 100% sure, but I'm thinking when I hit 200 subscribers, I'm going to create a coupon code for all of my YouTube fam to use it at my Etsy store. Like, it will be an always there discount, probably like 10-15% off. So yeah, I'm not 100% sure, like I said. That link will be always down below. So just creating, like, crocheting and being entrepreneurial, that was not the word, being an entrepreneur, like, those are some hobbies I have. What else is an activity I like to do? I like to garden a lot. I don't know if you guys know that, but I really enjoy plants and gardening. I'm not the best at it. My fiance is better than I am, but I enjoy it. So, yeah, those are some hobbies I have. The last one is, which booktubers do you tag? But I legitimately think I'm one of the last people to do this tag because it got really popular when I was on my little hiatus. So, I'm sure everyone has done it. In the off chance you have not done it, you are now tagged. But, like I said, I'm pretty sure everyone has done it already because that's my lot in life. I'm always like the last person to do a tag. Oh well. As always, thank you guys so much for watching, and I will see you guys in my next video.